Hi, welcome back to D&D Reviews. I'm the daughter.
I'm the dad.
And grab some popcorn because today we are talking about the Conjuring Last Rites.
The devil has come to Pennsylvania.
Jack and Janet Smurl claim that an evil presence has found its way into their home.
8 people live in this house. 8 people have experienced this. 8 people are not crazy.
So, when did this start?
Heather's confirmation.
7th of September.
There's something in the attic. Ed, there's an evil here. Something I've felt before. This thing in your house is a demon. It's the first one that we ever encountered. We were young. We were scared. We ran away. And after all these years, it wasn't done with our family.
Saint Michael, defend us. Be our safeguard against the devil.
In nomine Patris, et Filii et Spiritus Sanctus, by the power of our Lord Jesus Christ!
I don't know how to protect you this time.
Which is the final chapter of the Conjuring series, not including the spin-offs, obviously. But I was. How did you? Oh, so go watch it because we're going to be spoiling. Come back for our review. How did you enjoy?
Oh, I hated it.
Yeah, I knew he would say that. Just a side note for Conjuring fans, I've seen them all, and I love them all. So obviously we're going into this with different mindsets because he has seen 3 now, but doesn't remember them. So that's
I think I fell asleep.
That's what we're
every
dealing
single one
with.
of
That's
them.
what we're dealing with right now.
But
They're good. The thing is, you can't take.
But they claim to be real.
No. This is what I was about to say. You cannot take into account the real life Ed and Lorraine stuff. Okay, this is just a movie.
Yeah,
It's based
claiming to cover true cases that they've covered.
what? Yeah, but you can't be like, well, because in real life it didn't really happen. Like the same way, like they changed up a lot. I mean, they even changed like years and stuff in this movie because obviously in the real life.
Yeah, but if I'd rather that they did it and went, this is just like a story that was found like lost footage or something like that, rather than try and pretend.
It's based on
these nuts.
It's based on Ed and Lorraine's files and their array of things that they have in their room and sorry about that. I might cut out, but we are back. You didn't miss anything. Anyway, what was our final? Oh yeah, you can't take these into account. They're based on tapes, okay? They're based on like the recovered tapes of Ed and Lorraine Warren, but it's not like. I mean, who knows if this was a real?
But
like, I don't know. There's some stuff switched out, which is fine. Like I'm fine with that. Like how in the real life they got married in the 1940s, had their daughter in 1946, but in this movie it's 1964.
Yeah.
So that's
they hump everything around. It's like watching it, the film.
But that's not based on real.
No, but there's one.
Was Pennywise a real person? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you went to Castle Rock, I don't know what they'd tell you there. But either way,
I don't know. I don't feel like you can dislike a movie because it's based on something that really happened, and it's like...
But it's not based on things that really happened.
Well, you've just said you don't like it because it's like... It's based on this real life.
But it's not based on real life, is it? It's based on what they claim happened.
Well, yeah, but how do you know that that's not even...
Because, as I told you, the Enfield Vicarage...
That's the part 2 to this. And it's not their fault. That was revealed after the second movie came out. The Enfield
They're so
haunting...
easily tricked.
Yeah.
They're so easily tricked by people who want to pretend that I need the council to move me out of this house because it's haunted, so I need a bigger house. This is kind of what people do to, like, you know, they're like... People go, oh my god, there was a phase of people going, oh, my house is haunted. Oh, I've seen the Amityville Horror, so
yeah, that always gets...
There's a pig floating outside my window.
I don't know. I mean, it's...
Well, I do.
That it was their job and their role, and I don't know. I mean, talking about this in the movie sense, I like it as a final installment, being like it, and it ties everything up. Kind of reminds me of Magic Mike's Last Dance in that sense, where it's like they recovered a series that like they needed to just end it. They were like, okay, it's been 9 years since Magic Mike 2. We need to just like end it for the fans. And this movie, they're like, we need to just bring it back and like make a final one for the fans of this series, and that's what this movie kind of reminds me of. Where it's like they're tying everything up.
It was definitely better than the
others. No, it's not. No, part 2 is the best for sure, and then
which one's part 2?
Part 2 is the Enfield, and then 1 is good.
But we know that Enfield.
But I don't care. I'm not going to dislike something because it's not true.
It didn't really happen
in real life.
Then why can't it just be a story? Why can't it just be a story?
Because they can't come on with characters, Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are doing ghost stories in the 1960s and 1970s, and say, this isn't based around anything, this is just its own thing. Like, no, it's based around them, but it's based around them. It's like what every movie says is based on a true story, and it's not. Like, just enjoy movies for... I'm going to my rant now. Just enjoy movies for movies. You don't have to be annoyed at, like... them because of the real life switches that they've done.
When Ed goes to war, that we started thinking of Vietnam, and then we worked out it's probably the bleeding First World War, the way he used to have carried on, the old vampire. Yeah. He goes to war with
when did we see that?
But we see him going off to war. We see him all throughout his life, older and younger, out of the course of these 5 films, and he never ages a day. Or gets younger.
When did you see him going to war?
I've seen him in at least 3 films.
Going to war?
He went to war in this, because she went before he got deployed.
She said
it. Got married.
She said it. She was like, yeah, we got married pretty quick because he was getting drafted. So we were like...
He was getting deployed, not drafted.
Oh, really? Well, it's funny because obviously this movie takes place in the 80s. And they, in these series of movies... got married in the 1960s, but in real life they got married in the 40s. But they kept the line from her, which made it seem like he got drafted into like...
But you see, you could be drafted into the army, and then you could have passed out in 1946 with the Second World War over. By the time you get to the end of your deployment, Korea's heating up. So you kind of get into... You could end up being stuck in the army, not like 2 or 3 years. You end up being stuck in the army.
You know, that was in... Do you remember Maxine and Pearl, that trilogy? I remember her... Pearl, because they were old in the 70s, she said it, that Harold, her husband, was just young enough to fight in World War One, and then just young enough, like not on the threshold to fight in World War Two. Like he was like 18 in 1918, but then he wasn't old enough, so then they had to go fight in World War Two as well. And it's like, wow, poor guy is that. But then he lived both of those, so good for him, I guess. But anyway, so I guess you could be young enough to...
You probably go, I'm meant to run at the front at my age.
Because if you were born in exactly 1900, you'd be 18 at the start of... Or maybe 14 at the start of World War One.
But the end of it,
you'd be...
where you could still be taking part in the fight.
And then you would only be 39 in World War One.
Where you'd hope to still be reasonably fit and healthy. You could be a reserve troop.
So yeah, I guess you could realistically do it. Anyway, back to this movie. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, obviously, yeah, they're ghost hunters. What my issues with this movie, and I like this movie. My issues is that it was being advertised as the case that ended it all, like this huge. they've had so many cases in their whole career, and obviously there've been loads of movies made around it. And this is like the scariest case they ever did, which made them never take any more cases again. And I was going into this thinking, oh my god, like something crazy is gonna happen. Like they're not gonna die, obviously, because I knew in real life they didn't die like until. But I was thinking, like, what is gonna, and what it is that no, they just do this case fine and then they retire after that.
Yeah,
and it's like I was thinking, I thought it was gonna be like a crazy thing happens, but no.
I thought it was because what put them off it was it like really spilled over to the daughter.
Yeah, this is so new. Like Judy never has any.
But it was almost like they accepted that she was going to have this gift.
Well, yeah,
the
because
mum was
she
going
does
to suppress it and blah, blah.
She does in the another movie. She has like the same gift as Lorraine, because obviously Lorraine has the ability to see, Ed doesn't.
But
so
Lorraine invites it.
Like,
come to me, like things that are in this house, so I can like predict what you're going to do.
Yeah.
But she's going to the daughter, block it, and you're thinking, why is that?
Yeah, but that's why in the end she feels like, oh, you were asleep. You fell asleep during the end of this, but in the end she says that exact thing to her. She's like, I should never have been telling you to block it, like let it in. And then they both look in the mirror, and then that's kind of how you fight it. But yeah, it's weird. The daughter's never been. The daughter's.
She's under threat.
I feel so bad, because I used to think that it was a different actress every time. Because the daughter.
Playing the daughter?
Because she's never in. She's only in like. Why would you open that right as we're falling? That's the worst thing to open. Anyway, the daughter. I always thought was played by a different actress because she is in all these movies every few years. They make them as a child, but then it's like 10 years later. So then only a few years after they make the first one, she then has to play like a 12-year-old, so a 5-year-old. But it's only been 3 years or something. But no, she's played by the same actress in all of them except this movie, and I'm like, oh, I feel like they should have awarded her loyalty and made her, because in this movie they made
she
it
gets
different.
A major part.
She gets a major part. In the others, she literally is in one scene. Like Ed gets her in the third one, and she's in the hospital. Like, hey, mum, what's going on? But that's it. She's never in any other scenes. So, and like the second one, she's because they go to London. Like, she's not in the movie really. So I don't know how I feel about them all of a sudden bringing her into like this. No, she was the whole reason the whole time that they were like. That way, kind of thing. It's like it feels weird.
Yeah, I thought the threat to her was what was putting them off being involved in all this wickedness.
Well, no, because they did it their whole career.
Yeah, but they just started writing books and stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, but no, that was because of in the third one, Ed has a heart attack at one of the scenes, and
he has a few heart attacks.
Yeah, but it's like that's why they are kind of retiring from it. But that's the thing; they're already kind of retired before they take this final case. It's not like they were actively taking cases, so I wouldn't really call it like the final. It's the final case, but it doesn't feel. It just didn't feel like what I thought when it's being advertised as the case that ended it all. I was like, what's going to happen in this movie? And it's just that they retire after.
Yeah, because they're really old.
So it's like I'm kind of on the fence. I mean, to be fair, if that's just what happened, I guess. It can't really be.
Are there a lot of people who are really into these films?
Well, guess how much it made in the box office? It's still out. It cost $55 million to make.
56 million.
334 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But there were a lot of people who went when we went.
Oh, there was a lot of people.
There was a lot of people.
We saw it on opening weekend, Saturday night.
Yeah.
At like
but there was a last showing it. They'd already shown loads of time. Yeah, it was late.
Yeah, there was lots of people, and we were like, oh god, there's people going to like speak the whole time. Because like the horror movie with like jump scares, everybody screams like in the movie theater. Everybody's like, ah!
Because they've had a few, and yeah.
But it was actually okay. It was a pretty respectable crowd.
It was a good crowd, I thought. I mean, it has to show you, like, just think why. It's, I'd say really. To me personally, on such a film. But I mean, they made 5 of them, so.
4.
And I thought you said they made 5.
No, 4. This is the 4th.
Okay.
But they've made spin-offs. Like, they made 3 Annabelles, and then they did The Curse of La Llorona, 2 Nun movies, Jeez, have they made any others?
Those non-movies, they're part of this though.
Yeah, because Valak in the second movie, the entity that is using the old man in the Enfield house,
Yeah.
the nun that he... Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember the nun.
Oh, yeah.
Because the
She
nun is
has
also
her-
in other...
She
the
has
nun
her...
is-
Yeah, the nun. She has her own movies.
Yeah. Which is all evil.
Which
yeah.
they take place in like the 1950s, I think.
Yeah, because it's some old place in Romania or something.
Is it really? Yeah.
Something like that.
I think it is.
It's somewhere almost like where vampires used to be, which makes you go,
I think
okay,
it
it's going to be
is.
Transylvania.
I think it is, actually.
Yeah, it is.
It's either that or Italy.
It's, yeah, like the back end of Beyond somewhere, where no one ever goes. And you end up, you don't arrive in the back of a...
Romania, 1952, yeah, 2 million Catholic nuns were attacked by Nazi force. I like the nun, I do. The original one. I think that's a good movie.
Yeah, it was, but...
You never saw that, so you...
I did see the nun.
That was the second one.
Okay, I saw the second one then.
Yeah, I'm saying the original movie is better than the second.
Okay, cool.
You get so confused at stuff like this.
Well, I mean, there's 2 movies called The Nun.
The Nun and the Nun too.
Okay.
Anyways.
They're going to be pretty similar though, aren't they?
Yeah. Realistically. Anything else to say?
Gosh. About this film. Or about the whole... sort of whole gathering of films.
Let me go from Reddit and see what people say, and then if you agree with it. Oh, I do think it's funny that the dad in there, the Smurl dad, like from there. Do you remember?
The Smurl dad.
Smurl family are the ones that get haunted in this.
Oh, right.
Where she goes, 8 people live in this house. 8 people
Yeah.
have these same.
About different, yeah.
But then it cuts it inside, and the dad's all like, "You guys, I haven't seen anything." And then later on that night, he gets completely possessed by something. Like, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, we're gonna move out." And they're like, "Oh, really? Really? Now you are done?
No,
now
okay.
now that you've seen
Yeah,
it."
or I'll move out without you. Bye. Yeah. I don't need your permission to get away from you. I always hated you.
Oh,
Okay.
let's see.
So what we're looking at now?
I'm just looking at Reddit to see if there's any points people made that I like that we could talk about.
Okay, because we're like running out of steam
Yeah, for some reason we're in
after.
13 minutes.
Oh my god, what are we going to do? Pardon me. Edit. Can't wait to talk about Core Steel.
Yeah, I don't even really. The thing is, anything I say, you're just gonna be like, "Yeah, terrible."
Go on, say what you want. What you mean about these films?
Yeah, you don't like them.
I don't like these couple of films. I like the last one. I don't like the Conjuring ones. No, I admit that. I don't like the Conjuring ones.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do, and you don't.
Yeah, that's okay. A lot of other people did as well. That's why I have to acknowledge there were loads of people who went to see it, and it's taken $350 million, and Weapons has taken $250. So obviously, it's a very, very popular.
Oh, yeah, we were saying this. No offense to real Ed and Lorraine Warren, but, like, their counterparts, like Patrick and Vera Farmiga,
The actors
are, like, so
much better looking.
which I feel so bad to say, because obviously they're real people. Well, they're passed away, obviously.
Well, he looks like he's going to shoot you or something because you're on his land.
But they, yeah. You know, there was like a real life controversy surrounding, and not like their personal life, surrounding like. Yeah, in 2017, Judith Penny claimed that she had a 40-year sexual relationship with Ed Warren. who was 27 at the time when she was 15. According to her, when she became pregnant, Lorraine persuaded her to have an abortion because the birth of the child will become a public scandal and ruin their business. And that she also claimed to have witnessed a couple engaged in physical abuse. But Lorraine wrote it into a contract for these movies that she and Ed could not be engaged in any of these crimes. She wrote it into the contracts for The Conjuring that their characters couldn't have any of that controversy, isn't that?
So the film company had to stop it then?
What?
How do they stop the woman from saying...
Well, they're making a movie. They don't have to write anything into it.
Yeah, but what if she comes forward and goes, they abused me?
She did, but it's not like they're like, well, I'm writing that into the movie now.
Right, but they said it couldn't be written into the movie.
Lorraine Warren came to them when they were making the first Conjuring movie and said, I want it written into the contract that you guys cannot write us having any physical relationship, abusive relationship.
So we get to look over the script and to...
Well, he done. Yeah, he was already done. But she...
Yeah.
But she asked him...
He was evil.
She asked him in her room of...
room of torture.
She asked him in her occult room when he was dead, like, hey, are you okay with this?
Can you hear what I'm saying in there, baby? And he flickered his big, juicy eyelids like ginormous leeches. Oh my god, you see the sparks fly out of that.
Anyway. So yeah, they are controversial figures in the world. But again, like...
But they make for popular films, I'll say that for them.
Yeah.
Not
it's because their
but,
characters are like nice to each other in these movies compared to real life.
They're like, she runs a good house and he's out there killing demons like a man should be.
What I do like in this is when they because now this movie takes place in the late 80s, compared to like the 60s and the 70s and the other movies where people were like scared. What I like is that they're doing a class that doesn't have that much people. It's at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, about 6
and
people.
then someone asks them, "Oh, have you guys seen the Ghostbusters?" And she goes like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Are you guys like the Ghostbusters?" And he's all like, "Oh no." And then Irene's like, "Oh, we're not like them, but we did see the movie." And it's like people weren't scared in the 80s like they were in the 60s and the 70s of ghosts,
I think there was more
now that in pop culture stuff has been made around ghosts. But like in the 60s, people were like, oh my god, call up ghost hunters, and like they were actually scared. But then when the 80s rolls around and then they're like into the late 80s, people are like, they're not going to call up a ghost hunter to come get their ghosts out.
I think people started getting into machinery that measured like things. Like now, you get these things that do this. So you see them when they're like a skeleton. Like people get these, and that tell where things are and what have you, and pick up messages that they read backwards and what have you. So I think kind of people, they believe that these things can be proved or disproved, or perhaps they didn't so much back in the day.
But yeah, they do now. They're like.
But I think kids still probably scare each other at the local haunted house.
It just doesn't feel as serious anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
Because there's pedos to worry about.
Jeez.
Oh no, I mean,
that's dark.
That's what you would say, isn't it?
Anyways, alright, what do you think Rotten Tomatoes score is?
What do I honestly think it should be? Or
what do you think realistically?
I think it'd be 30.
What?
On the people. And I think it would be 65 on the critics.
No, it's 57 on critic.
Okay.
And then 79 on audience.
How much? 17?
79.
It's incredible. That is incredible. That seems.
You know what's funny about you is that you never seem to accept when other people have a different opinion. Like anytime a lot of people rated something that you don't like high, you're always like, yeah, that these people must have lobotomies in their heads or something.
I've
like,
never said that.
To think that they.
I think they're wrong.
Yeah, but that's an opinion.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a wrong opinion.
I don't mind them having a different opinion from me.
No such thing as a wrong opinion.
Opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one. No, I don't mind. I'm perfectly happy to.
Me too.
Yeah, people like think differently to me. That's good. That's like we should debate films, shouldn't we, all the time? All the time, baby.
Anyway, so this was a shorter review than usual. I don't know why. We just don't.
I just not. I didn't think it was like I mean, like, surely you should talk about it.
I mean, I like it, but
You're fine to say anything in case I bite your head off.
no. I don't know. I feel like I've said why I like it and why I dislike it, and it's a hard movie to.
It's difficult
review.
to pin down.
It's a hard. I feel like
order, isn't it?
I feel like it's hard to review movies that are like in a franchise and like eighth and and there's like so many other properties, and it's just harder to review them. You think it'd be easier because there's so much to work with, but it's hard to review.
It doesn't move forward chronologically very well, though, does it? I mean, you said yourself that, like, it's kind of like, okay. In time, over the 5 films and all that.
Oh yeah. Well, someone made a thing of in what order you should watch all these in.
Yeah.
Because like the Nun, which is
To
like the
actually
5th,
put
takes
them in
place
order,
in
yeah.
1952. So that's the first one you should watch. And then like this might be the current one because it's 1986. No movie takes place in like present day.
Actual present day, yeah.
It's stuff that
It was
happens.
like when Pulp Fiction came out, people were like, you have to watch, people realised this was unusual to have a film made like that. You have to watch it in a certain order to be in time.
To watch it in, like Weapons.
In like real life, like what I was going to say, Weapons is that sort
Someone
of
did
thing,
this Saw, where there's 10 Saw movies, but every movie has a flashback that flashes back to like before the other one and does all. And someone was like, I would love to make a Saw marathon where you cut it all together chronologically, and it would take so long.
Yeah.
It would take so long to do that. But like, that's
because you have
funny.
to pull bits out of different films and
Yeah.
So you have to get this part out of part 7
10.
and add it to this part out of part 2.
John Kramer dies in the 3rd one, and he's up to 10. He's in all.
He's still in them,
except Spiral, which doesn't.
He's the guy with the beard, yeah.
No.
He's the older, grey
He
haired.
doesn't have a beard.
Didn't he have like a
He has a
short?
soul patch.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. He had a soul patch. Yeah.
I was in on beard. But yeah, I mean, I guess comment down below what you guys think. I would love to know if
I'd be interested to know.
if you enjoy.
I feel bad that you're wrong. I do. All these hundreds of people must all be wrong.
You say it every time we talk about, or a movie that you
all
like.
these people disagree with me.
Oh yeah. Anyway, you guys, we have social medias now, so there's links down below to that. We're going to be uploading that, and go on to social medias because I'm going to be uploading polls for what episodes you want to see next. So if you guys have like a request for a game or a movie review or a commentary track or whatever, just put it over there. There'll be like polls and stuff, so you guys can, see what you want, like what review you want, and yeah. But we also have a website, which I'll also link down below. And if you want to see any more reviews, there'll be a link down below to the top of the playlist.
Well, there will be more reviews, won't there? Because this is like our thing.
No, I'm saying previous reviews we've done. I'll link the playlist down below.
I like them all.
Okay. I wonder what this is the most like. This movie. Out of every review we've done, probably we've done a lot of horror movie reviews over the summer. If I've realised going
Well, there've been
through.
some good horror movies on though, haven't there? There've been some things worth seeing, and we've got other things to talk about.
Anyway, so comment down below what you think, and all links down below. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.